What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update, rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates for everybody to enjoy this summer. So if you want to stay up to date first and fast with the latest Manchester City transfer news every single day, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 20k subscribers, less than 500 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Once more, the like goal is 400 likes, and lastly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Without further ado, let's crack on with this video, and we're going to start off first with some excellent news to start this video. John Stones. It's official, it's done. He has signed and sealed a new contract at Manchester City. His contract was going to be up next summer. Instead, from now, he signed a new 5-year contract at Manchester City, keeping him here until June 2026, which is fantastic news. So a massive well done to John Stones on earning that contract. Just last summer, his place in the team, his place at Manchester City was being questioned, and what he's shown is that with confidence, with self-belief, with determination and the desire to do well and the desire to be at Manchester City, to listen and want to progress, has taken him where he's got to right now. Back in the England squad, back in the starting 11, at Manchester City, and his long-term future signed and sealed. A deal until 2026. It's brilliant news. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm wondering who's next. Raheem Sterling maybe? Phil Foden maybe? Fabrizio Romano says he's expecting the next player to be signing a new contract, and soon at Manchester City will be Ederson. So I look forward to, at some point, hopefully, touch wood, very soon, announcing Ederson signing a new contract. That's expected to be a deal until 2028. So a 7-year contract. Manchester City looking to certainly tie down their key assets for a long period of time, which is fantastic to see. So a really good, really positive way to start this video. Now, moving on to the outs. We've got an Ivan Ilic update. Not had one for a few days, but we've got one today. Now, Tutto Mercato in Italy, they're saying that Ivan Ilic is very close now to joining Hellas Verona, and it is going to be on a permanent basis. It's thought that the fee is going to be €8 million. We're just waiting for official confirmation of this transfer. When it is official, I will let you guys know, but that will be a nice handy little bit of cash going towards some further transfers, you would think, for Manchester City, including another €8 million towards possibly signing Harry Kane. Now, moving on, we've got an update on Bernardo Silva. Now, Pedro Almeida in Portugal, he's saying that Bernardo Silva is definitely interested in him this summer. Atletico Madrid confirmed they are interested. Apparently, Bayern Munich are also interested in him from the Premier League. Arsenal, they're apparently interested as well. All three of them clubs, though, that I've just named, the expectation from these clubs is that they're expecting to sell players first before signing players, so they're looking to try and make some money to generate a move, potentially, for Bernardo Silva. Now, of them three clubs, you would think that Atletico Madrid would make the most sense. We know that Bernardo Silva wants a return back to the Iberian Peninsula. It's more than likely going to be to Spain. Atletico Madrid, of course, may have a bit of cash, particularly if Sal Niguez ends up leaving Atletico Madrid, so that would be their player sale. That could well fund for a move for Bernardo Silva. So we're waiting for a little domino effect, other transfers starting to affect what's happening with Manchester City. That's where we're at, but time is running out now. We are, of course, into August. We're talking, what, 3 weeks or so left of the transfer window. So, yeah, things need to start escalating. Things need to start moving at a nice, quick pace for things to get done. And more than likely it would take maybe 1 or 2 player sales to sign Harry Kane, and that's the direction that we're leading towards here. And it may need Bernardo Silva, whose playing time with Jack Grealish arriving may come into question, so he could well leave. Other player that's been mentioned is Gabriel Jesus, and of course Tottenham being linked with him, and he could be used in a potential swap. However, City still wanting to get the finances and cash sorted for that, and so we are needing not only our own player sales but other sales of other clubs to fund for a move to sign Bernardo Silva. And like I said, Atletico Madrid probably would be his desired number 1. I am hearing word that Arsenal have apparently opened up talks with Manchester City over Bernardo Silva, and whilst I think that would be a really good signing for Arsenal, I think it would be a real coup for Mikel Arteta as well. And of course they have worked with each other before from the time at Manchester City, and it would be a really good signing that for Arsenal. I'm not sure if Bernardo Silva would be interested in not only moving down to London, where it's only 200 miles further south than what Manchester is. They still have a lot of rain in London, and yeah, it tends to be 1 or 2 degrees warmer than what it is here, but it's not ideal for him. If he is wanting that warm, sunny, consistent weather, then sunny Spain would make sense rather than London. And to be fair, with Manchester City, Champions League football, challenging for trophies, or going to Arsenal, the Europe Conference League, the potential of possibly dropping out of Europe, I'm not sure that'd appeal to Bernardo Silva, but we'll see what happens. So that's the latest on Bernardo. Now, moving on to the ins, we have got a Lionel Messi update. Word is, he's going to PSG, to Manchester City. It's the end of the road. It isn't going to happen. A saga that's been happening since last August, and I've thoroughly enjoyed keeping everyone up to date with all the latest that's happening with Lionel Messi. I've really enjoyed keeping up to date with all the things happening with Barcelona as well. They've obviously signed Sergio Aguero from us. They've brought in Eric Garcia as well. We were heavily linked with Messi last summer. We've been getting linked here and there with Messi this summer as well. So I've really enjoyed this little segment with Barcelona. I've really enjoyed dealing with their sources. Yeah, they seem like a really nice bunch at Barcelona, but in terms of Lionel Messi, we're at the end of the road now. He will not be joining Manchester City. He is going to be signing for PSG. When I've put this video out, he might already have been announced as a PSG player. And so, yeah, he is going to be joining PSG. It's for a 2-year contract, option of a 3rd year. So whopping transfer, this one, considering it is a free contract. He signs on wages worth £25 million per year for 2 years, £50 million, the potential of a 3rd year, £75 million just in wages. So we're looking at wages for Lionel Messi at over £500,000 per week, which of course would break Manchester City's wage structure. He's got an expensive signing on fee. I've heard anywhere between 25 to 30 million euros. Some people have even suggested up to 50 million euros, but I am still waiting for further clarification on just how expensive that transfer is. And that's not including agent fees, all the image rights and everything on top of that deal. It's such an expensive deal to get done. I'm sure the transfer probably would pay for itself in terms of revenue generated into the club with all the attention going on to that player. And of course, I imagine shirt sales for PSG will be going through the roof in the next week, particularly with people getting Lionel Messi's name on the back, because after all, Lionel Messi is a massive brand in itself. And so financially it would make sense to want to bring Lionel Messi into the club. But Manchester City, they've declined this opportunity. They've said they are not signing Lionel Messi. They've said no, that won't be happening. That's not what City want to do. So that avenue closed. It's done. It isn't happening, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to have seen Lionel Messi in the sky blue shirt of Manchester City, it looks like that is never going to happen. So there we go. It's been my privilege keeping you guys up to date with that over the last 12 months, though. Do hope you enjoyed that. Now, the final story of this video comes in the form of a Harry Kane update. Not the most positive, so I started on a nice positive note with John Stones. This isn't the most positive of ends to the video. The Spurs Express, via some journalist I've never heard of. Anyway, they've said that they're hearing word from the club, Harry Kane's camp, is that he's happy to stay at Tottenham Hotspur, and apparently he's happy to also sign a new contract, which I don't see that being strictly true, if I'm completely honest with. If it's believed that Harry Kane is as unhappy as what he has been made out to be at Tottenham Hotspur, then why would you want to go on a quest for trophies? Why would you want to go on a quest into the Champions League, playing in the biggest competitions, and wanting to win them biggest competitions, and solidify yourself as, obviously, not just an England place, an England captain, but as a great as well. And with someone of the quality of Harry Kane, who loves winning golden boots and scoring goals, why he'd want to stay at Tottenham Hotspur. This isn't a Jack Grealish situation. This isn't a boyhood club situation. This is strictly professional. So I'm not sure about that one, if I'm completely honest. If that is true, then yeah, that's a big blow to Manchester City, considering we have just said no to Lionel Messi as well. And so our options are starting to become a bit limited, because the situation we've got with Harry Kane is our contingencies, they've all joined other clubs. Romelu Lukaku was believed to be a contingency. He's going to Chelsea. Danny Ings, he's gone to Aston Villa. Lionel Messi was another player that's been spoken about. He's going to PSG. Sergio Aguero, of course, has already left Manchester City. He won't be leaving Barcelona. So the options, they're all done. They're not happening. So it literally is, we're at a situation where it's Harry Kane or we don't bring in a striker this summer, and that's very risky going into the season. In a season that, we had a great season last season. The one thing that was really missing, though, was a goal scorer, scoring goals. Sergio Aguero spent most of last season injured. We missed his influence, we missed his goals. And the fact that we're going for a whole summer window and we don't bring in a striker and address that issue, that goal scoring issue, is a very disappointing window. So I'm hoping that it will be addressed. And Harry Kane, I'd be delighted to bring him in. But with the news that these contingencies for City are joining other clubs, Daniel leaving Spurs, they'll be rubbing their hands at this. They'll be delighted with that, because they know that Manchester City need to sign Harry Kane. So they won't budge on their price. And I can see City perhaps walking away from that transfer, waiting 12 months. That's very risky if they do that. Does, though, however, for the 12 months, if we don't sign a striker, does open up another avenue of possibly exploring Erling Haaland. But the problem we've got with Erling Haaland is, just like that Lionel Messi transfer that I was speaking about, it's going to be a very expensive transfer to get done. I imagine, looking at the clubs that haven't brought in strikers this summer, we'll be competing with the likes of, if Barcelona sort out some finances, them. Real Madrid, they'll want to bring in a big superstar name, considering now La Liga are now losing Lionel Messi. They've lost Ronaldo, they've lost Messi. Who are they going to bring in? Bayern Munich will be interested in Erling Haaland. And, of course, chucking out the Manchester clubs as well, with Manchester City included. So there's going to be a lot of interest. There'll be clubs out there that I'm certain will be willing to pay more than Manchester City. And all of a sudden, this expensive Messi transfer that I was speaking about doesn't turn out to be as expensive as what Erling Haaland or Harry Kane are going to be. So we'll see what avenue we go down. All of our problems are sorted if we can sign Harry Kane. I think City need to keep pushing with that. And I think, as Fabrizio Romano has mentioned in his transfer podcast, keep an eye on Gabriel Jesus. He is one of them players, it's believed, that does want to leave Manchester City. If he does want to leave Manchester City, apparently Tottenham Hotspur are interested in signing a striker and are interested in Gabriel Jesus. So that could be a little avenue for us to pursue. I'm not saying that they will, I'm just saying it could happen. So keep your eyes open for that one. I'll have lots more developments on that, I'm sure, in the next few days, coming days, hopefully in the next 24 hours to keep everyone up to date with. So do subscribe if you haven't already. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on to stay up to date this summer with the latest Manchester City transfer news every single day. I also just happen to be aiming for 20k subscribers. We're very close to that as well, so less than 500 subs away, so any help towards that would be fantastic. Also, don't forget social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, Twitch link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitch. Leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Like goal is 400 likes. And lastly, let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of these transfers. Harry Kane, what's your thoughts? Who's the contingency? Who would you like to see City target? Let me know in the comments below if Harry Kane doesn't happen. And don't forget also, put your big congratulations in the comments as well. John Stones, new 5-year deal. What's your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So happy JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.